reaffirm that there is no Christian genocide in Nigeria. Under Article 2 of the 1948 United Nations Convention on the Promotion and Punishment of the Crime of Genocide and Article 6 of the Rome Statute, the crime is defined by a critical mental element.
In the wake of mounting international pressure over rising killings in Nigeria, Middle Belt and northern regions, a new controversy emerges. As you have heard from the video, the Islamic Council has come out strongly denying claims of a Christian genocide. They said, and I quote, "It's not genocide but a clash of interests, poverty and politics." But a lot of people have argued that this is a deliberate attempt to rewrite reality. But now, the Nigerian Supreme Council of Islamic Affairs (NSCIA) insists the claims are exaggerated, describing some of those claims as misleading narratives aimed at stoking religious division. According to them, both Muslims and Christians have been victims of the country's insecurity. Their statement emphasizes that the violence is driven not by faith, but by politics, land disputes, and criminality, a perspective that sharply contrasts with what many global observers believe. Let's be clear, Nigeria's conflict is complex, but to deny any religious motivation is to ignore hundreds of reports, eyewitnesses' accounts, and targeted attacks clearly aimed at Christian communities. Now, the question remains, why the denial? Some say it's a political damage control, while others believe it's a way to protect Nigeria's image internationally, especially as countries like the US and the UK debate sanctions or humanitarian interventions. And this isn't the first time. Each time the issue of religious persecution comes up, there is a counter narrative that is just banditry, not belief. Many people have argued that the truth lies somewhere in between. Yes, there's poverty, there's poor governance, and there's also lack of education fueling extremism. But when attackers storm churches on Sunday mornings or demand converts under threat, that's not mere banditry. Ignoring the religious dimension could mean ignoring the pain of victims who lost loved ones because of their faith. Meanwhile, the government has largely remained silent, preferring diplomatic neutrality, a stance that many say has emboldened extremists. As this debate continues, one fact is undeniable: Nigerians, both Muslims and Christians, are suffering. Now the real question is, will leaders stop defending narratives and start working to solve the problem? Whether you call it genocide, banditry, or insurgency, every day that passes without justice deepens the wounds of divisions among Nigerians. Until truth is faced squarely, peace will remain just another prayer point for years. Global human rights groups and Christian organizations have sounded the alarm, accusing armed militias and extremist groups of targeting Christian communities across Nigeria. Now, there have been thousands of lives that have been lost, and there are villages that have been burnt and churches that have been reduced to ashes. Example of such incidences: there's the gruesome murder of Deborah in Sokoto State for blasphemy. Another classical example is the Owo massacre of over 40 people in 2022 during a live service. And there's another one of over 200 people killed in Yelwata, Benue State. Now, Khan have issued these classical examples to further buttress the fact that there's been deliberate attempts to kill Christians in their places of worship and burn down their places of worship. Well, one of the major things that we must not allow to happen in the country is to get to a point where both Christians and Muslims are pointing fingers at each other rather than the government solving the problem of insecurity in the country. Now, the government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu have reached out to the US diplomatically trying to solve this issue of insecurity, and in recent times the US have responded through one of their senators, Riley Moore, to express US interest in helping Nigeria solve this insecurity problem. Now it is left for the Bola Ahmed Tinubu government to work in partnership with the US government to bring an end to insurgency, to terrorism, and the act of burning down churches in Nigeria. Now let's take a listen at what Riley Moore said recently on CNN as regards how they intend to help Nigerian government to solve the problem of insecurity.
Said this multiple times, do not test this president's resolve. He is very serious about this. And I do want to highlight something that I've been saying constantly here, that this is actually an opportunity for the Nigerians to strengthen and deepen their relationship with the United States, where we could actually do some enhanced partnership capacity building with them to counter this terrorist threat that they have just spreading across their country. So I'm asking Nigeria, do the right thing here. Partner with the United States, help us protect the Christians in your country, and we will help you. This doesn't have to be all sticks. It can also be carrots here.
According to a report from International Society for Civil Liberties and Rule of Law, it estimates that at least 7,087 Christians were slain in Nigeria between 1st January and 10th August 2025. Now, in the same period, Inter-Society estimates that 7,800 Christians were abducted for being Christians. Now, the annual report also for Open Door covers the period between 1st October 2023 to 30th September 2024 and records 3,100 Christians killed in Nigeria during that reporting period. So you can see the reasons why the US is very interested in the idea that there's Christian genocide, and they are trying to offer proper solutions to work with the Nigerian government to end these killings. So, and there are first-hand experiences from other Christians in the north that have come out to testify of their own experiences being persecuted in the north. So to a northern Christian, to someone who is from the middle belt, or to a Christian who resides in the northern part of the country, they are constantly being harassed. Either their churches are getting burnt, or they are getting abducted, or they are getting killed. Is the random reality of someone from the north who happens to be a Christian. So that is a normal reality for them. So for them to cry out for help and now getting help from the US speaks a lot that data don't lie. And US won't come out publicly and say this if they have not verified that the facts are true. And there are people from the north, the core north, like the northwest states like Zamfara, Katsina, and Jigawa, and other northern states that have come out to complain that the insecurity issue is also affecting them. We are not denying that fact. It is true. But what is happening in those regions is banditry. And banditry have political undertone to it, because we've heard most of the bandits come online lately to say that they have people that are sponsoring them from the government of the day. So recently, one even said that the government, they work with the government, and recently the government have asked them to stop attacking people. So that means it is because of the pressure from the US. That's why those that are complicit, those that are state sponsors from the government of the day, have actually passed information to them to stop. So these are Islamic militia that are actually causing destruction within the northwestern states. So it speaks volume about how state actors, government officials, are also sponsors of this banditry in those states. Now, there was a list that was released to the Nigerian government by United Arab Emirates. That list contains the names of people who are state sponsors of Boko Haram and other insurgency related groups. But it's been years now, the Nigerian government have not publicly declared who are the sponsors of these people, and they've not done anything about that list. And a government that is serious about solving the problem of insecurity would have named those people, would have taken them to court, and would have jailed them or given them sentences and all that. But we've not heard anything about that list. Is it that the government is protecting the sponsors of terrorism in Nigeria, or what are they saying by their body language? These are the questions we should be asking. Why are they not naming them? What is the problem? Why are they not naming these guys? If there's an insecurity issue in Nigeria and you have the list of people that are actually sponsoring that, why won't you name it for people to know that these are the guys that are actually responsible for empowering these guys, buying weapons for them? And now you are here trying to solve the problem of insecurity when you are not dealing with the sponsors of insecurity. So these are the questions that the Nigerian government need to be serious about. This is Impact Media. Don't forget to subscribe, like, or share our videos. Thank you.